There has never been a time when it is this easy to connect with your customers. We are talking about getting in front of more people than ever before for free. Today, every business knows that it's necessary to have a social media presence and to engage their audience there. But few businesses know how to do it effectively and actually get results. I'm Torie Mathis, longtime entrepreneur, marketing agency CEO, and a lover of the amazing reach of social media. And I am here to tell you that the key difference between those who succeed and those who fail is planning. Companies that use social media successfully succeed because they have a solid strategy. They take the time to plan their strategy with a big picture view and then implement their plan in a systematic way. And your business can benefit as well. Now, it does take some time to develop the strategy, but it will pay off once you implement. And the best part is you will start getting closer to your business goals and stop wasting time online. I have 5 reasons why you need a social media strategy and what you need to do to get started now. Maximize the effectiveness of your social media. Many people make the mistake of thinking that their time on social media goes a little bit like this. You pop in, you check out your feed, you post some stuff, and you interact with commenters, and then you watch your engagement go through the roof. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually work this way. If you don't have a solid strategy and a plan, you're not going to get the results from your time on social media. Sure, you may grow some followers here and there by just simply being online and interacting with people, but you aren't going to actually get closer to reaching your business goals. All of your social media activities should help you get closer to your business goals, or it's actually a waste of time. Developing a strategy helps you link your activities with your goals. For example, if you're using social media to nurture leads by sending them to your lead magnet and getting them to join your list, you would post a little bit differently than if you were just trying to get direct sales. Goals like building brand awareness, building a base of loyal paying customers, or even just building your credibility for the offers you pitch will require that you do things just a little bit differently on social media. And the very first step is to just identify your business goals and then what part social media is going to play in them. This is the key foundation of your social media strategy. How can you take action? First, you want to identify your current business goals. Then you can identify what part social media activity plays in achieving those goals. You want to focus your energy and time. When you develop a social media strategy, it streamlines your activities so that you know exactly what to do and where to focus so that you can get results. Without focus, you're just taking shots in the dark and hoping that people will see your posts and take action that you want them to take. With a solid strategy in place, you're going to actually lead them to take that action. For example, if you post a video and discover that it gets 5 times more engagement than just your normal content, this means you're going to want to work more on video content and work it into your content mix, maybe even sharing a new video every week to your audience. And you'll know that the time that you spend producing the videos, it's going to pay you back more than just the text content that you were posting. And you'll start to get more for the time that you put in by finding new ways to get more bang for your buck. Another important part of any social media strategy is your automation. Automation means letting a software program or an app handle certain tasks and aspects of your online activities. Automated tools can include things like social listening, chatbots, content curation, engagement, and even growing your followers. Implementing software and apps to do some of these tasks helps you further save time and focus while still getting things done. An example of an automation program you can use is a scheduling software. These are programs that will actually just post for you on a schedule that you set so that you don't have to do each and every post manually. And this really can be a game changer, a time saver, and it's another task that you don't need to do yourself each time. Remember that authenticity is the key to good social media marketing, so there are definitely going to be a few things that you cannot automate. You will still have have to be there personally, interacting with your audience, and your strategy will give you a clear plan on separating what you can and can't automate and using each for the best results. How can you take action? First, you want to create a schedule and a content strategy so that each day you know what needs to be done right when you sit down and log in. Look at some social media automation software tools such as MeetEdgar or Zoho Social and consider ones that might work well into your strategy. Create content that converts. Ultimately, the content you post will determine your success with social media. Your content needs to be both engaging and interesting. It has to address the challenges and the pain points of your audience so that they'll take some action. They'll like, they'll share, comment, follow you, sign up, or even buy. Your content should frame you as the helpful expert who has amazing value to offer. Strategic planning gives you the power over the content that you post. You can decide on the topics, what formats, and the content type, and create a mix of it to schedule so that you're offering your audience a little variety. Once you start posting, you'll begin to get feedback instantly to see which content is working best, and then you can refine your content for better results. Part of your social media strategy is also learning about your audience. You want to research them and create a profile that will include their interest, their preferences, and even the type of content that they engage with most. And this is going to be essential to your content planning. As part of your research, you'll analyze your competitors and influencers to see what type of content performs best for each of them on each platform. You can choose competitors and influencers to follow and gain insights from their content to help you create your own unique content. You'll want to find content that'll have better reach and will engage your audience and help you get closer to your business goals. So how can you take action? Identify what topics, what formats, and what content types you'll share, and then create a posting calendar so that you can get started. You'll want to keep refining it once you get started implementing it. Motivate yourself to implement and post every day. One of the very best parts about having a solid content plan is that you have something to actually get you going. It is super easy to get into a slump with social media where you're not sure what to post each day, especially if you don't see results and then your motivation starts to lag. When you have a good strategy, you'll know exactly what to do each day. Your list of essential tasks will be ready to go, and this takes out the guesswork of interacting with your audience. So you can just have a good time and enjoy it. It won't feel like work, but more like hanging out with your friends, but with a purpose. And when you're enjoying what you're doing on social media, it's going to translate into making better content and being more authentic, which your audience will enjoy as well. The best way to create a daily task list is to start big and then work your way down, smaller and smaller. Start with your big business goals that you identified earlier and how social media can fit into them. With that and your content schedule, you'll see milestones that you need to reach. Each day is going to be a step towards those milestones. You can also break up your tasks and prioritize them according to your goals. One example, your first priority might be posting new content. Next is replying to your comments and following people back that followed you. With your leftover time, you might scroll through your feeds, looking for some content ideas on other content to share, or even spending time researching your audience. So how can you take action? Create a plan for each day of social media tasks and finish up each session with a list of things that you're going to do the next session to get you started. Provide the tools to measure your social media success. How do you know if you're actually even making progress towards your goals? One of the advantages of social media strategy is that you can set out a plan for monitoring the results of the time that you spent using objective data. Now you do this by setting performance metrics that you're going to check. For example, if your goal is to grow your following, you can set a specific amount of new followers that you would like to have each week. Now this data is going to tell you if your strategy is working, and if it's not, and then what you need to do in order to fix it. Your strategy also includes documenting your efforts, and this is going to help you refine your strategy and make it even more effective. You can learn from your successes and your mistakes and make use of this to create a better strategy in the future. How can you take action? Take your business's goal and then decide what metrics will help you determine whether you're reaching it or not. Choose the metrics and put them into a time frame so that you can measure results. How to get started crafting your social media strategy. Now that you understand the importance of crafting a well-planned social media strategy and you've taken a few steps towards realizing it, here are going to be the next steps that you need to get started. First, create your target audience profile. Since every aspect of your social media strategy revolves around your customer, you should research them and create a customer profile. You'll then use your profile to find out where they hang out online and connect with them and what content they like so that they'll become your loyal fans. You're also going to want to perform a content audit because you probably already have created some content that you can use, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. You can also gain some useful insights to your previous content marketing efforts. Go back and look over the content that you've already created and find pieces that you can repurpose and use again. Next, you want to create a social media schedule. Create your schedule for your strategy so it's going to align with your goals. Remember that the schedule is not set in stone. You'll learn through trial and error once you start to implement and you start interacting with your audience, and you can make any adjustments to it as necessary. But you do need to have some ideas in place to get you started, and your schedule is going to do just that. Then you'll refine and perfect. As you start posting, watch your metrics and start to get feedback from your audience so that you can maximize your efforts and perfect your strategy. Remember that each market segment is a little bit different, so each business within that industry has different things that work. So don't think that you can just copy what you see others doing and not check in on your own analytics. You need to try all these things out for yourself. Now, we've learned a lot of reasons why you need a strategy for your social media activity. Most important thing is that your success will come faster and easier with one. You don't want to waste time and effort, and with a good plan in place, you can make the best use of your resources. Want to learn more about how you can successfully create a social media strategy that will get you closer to your business goals? Grab the Social Media Strategy Blueprint at the link below.